Hello, my name is Ethan Brown, and today we'll be discussing Colombian business communication. Now, it's important to always start your communications with a firm handshake. Women will be expected to grip onto the forearm, while men will be expected to do a regular handshake, even if it's slightly firmer than the women's. Now, it's always important to remember always make eye contact. Yes, even if it's awkward like this. Now, yes, this combined with the small amount of personal space may be quite awkward. It's important to let them have this, as spurring this will be considered rather cold and will quickly sour relations between the two of you. Now, women are often expected to give their friends a peck on the cheek before anything happens. Introductions will start with a nice familiar good morning, good afternoon, or good night. The person you will be talking to will often be represented by a third person, who will present the person for you. You will be introduced by your full surname and then a professional title, and end the conversation with con gusto mucho, with great pleasure, before moving on to the actual business dealings. Now, while giving the person you're meeting with a gift on the first meeting may seem like a good idea, it's actually rather highly discouraged, as it seems like you're trying to bribe them. Along with this, trying to give them things like fancy clothes, marigolds, or expensive cars seem rather flattering. They all have rather big problems that make them poor choices of gifts. Foreign clothes will insult them, as they're rather proud of their local clothing. Marigolds are used exclusively for funerals, which is extremely bad, as one could probably tell. Expensive gifts are often reserved for more big victories rather than normal affairs. With that out of the way, it's time to talk about one of the most important parts of Colombian business, the food. Now, yes, business meetings are rather important, but instead of having them in an American boardroom, as you might expect, you'll rather be having them inside a restaurant or a bar, as they're usually being had over lunch. Now, while sitting down to eat, you're going to need to wait for a little bit, as your host may want you to join them in praying for thanks for the food beforehand, as they might be religious. It's often polite to wait for the host to eat first before assuming anything. And, of course, as this is a business talk, it's not especially rude to be talking during lunch, as, well, it's common, and it's business, so it's alright. You may expect ajiaco, a strong chicken soup, arepas, or possibly empanadas as side dishes. Now, it's important to remember that this is the biggest meal of the Colombian day, and you will be wanting to have a light breakfast beforehand, so as not to appear very stuffed. And with this, you can now conduct a Colombian business. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope I wasn't too stuttery.